Hello and welcome to the daily number workout. Today our number is 37. So let's check and see how you did. So we're going to write it in word form. 37. And since it has a 7 in the ones place, it is odd. So any number that has 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9 in the ones place value is odd. All right, let's find out what kind of factor pairs it has. So hopefully you found it only has 1 and 37, and that's it. And because it only has 1 in itself, it is prime. So we're going to go through these pretty quickly here. Multiples of 37, of course, is 37. 2 37s. Let's get our scrap paper out. One scrap paper at a time, goodness sakes. Here we go. So here's our scrap paper. Hopefully you can see the whole scrap paper almost. I'll move it up a little bit. Okay. 37 times 2 equals 2 times 7 is 14. Drop the 4, carry the 1. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7. So 74 is 2 37s. 37 times 3. 3 times 7 is 21. Drop the 1, carry the 2. Now, if you did not do this part, this is a good one to do with me. You can always flip your paper over and go through the motions. It's really important. 3 times 3 is 9 plus 2 is 11. 37 times 4. 4 37s is 4 times 7 is 28. Drop the 8, carry the 2. 4 times 3 is 12 plus 2 is 14. All right, 37 times 5. 5 times 7 is 35. Drop the 5, carry the 3. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 3 is 18. So we have 185. 37 times 6. 6 times 7 is 42. We drop the 2, carry the 4. 6 times 3 is 18 plus 4 is 22. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting how we doubled that one right here? All right, here we go. Let's do 37 times 7. 7 times 7 is 49. Drop the 9, carry the 4. 7 times 3 is 21 plus 4 is 25. So we have 259. Then we have 37 times 8. 8 times 7 is 56. Drop the 6, carry the 5. 8 times 3 is 24 plus 5 is 29. 37 times 9. 9 times 7 is 63. Drop the 3, carry the 6. 9 times 3 is 27. Plus 6 is 33. Oh, look at that. Isn't that interesting? We had this pattern here. So if this continues and we get to the next 3, so 3 more, 1 time or 11 times, 12 times, 13 times would be 444, I would bet. Isn't that interesting? Neat pattern there. All right. And then, of course, 10 times any number is that number with the 0. Okay, let's move on. Looking good here. Our next category, is fractions, decimals, percents, and ratio. So when a number is prime, you're going to find you can't do a whole lot with it. So let's see here. I'm going to move that up a little bit so we have plenty of room. 37 over 100 is our fraction, and 37 doesn't go into 100 evenly, so we can't do any equivalent fractions there. Our decimal is going to be 0 and 37 hundredths. So this is 37 hundredths. Our percent is going to be 37%. And our ratio would be 37:100 or 37 to 100. And remember, ratios are ways of revealing statistics or research. Here we go. Let's go to here to write it out in words. We have 37 hundredths. That TH, remember the TH means it's less than a whole. And then this one is 0 and 37 hundredths. You're just checking your work. Hopefully you already had that all written down. Looking good. Let's do our money. Remember, money is just the same as the decimal, but we add the dollar sign. So when we're doing word problems or any kind of work and money is involved, we can't just write it as a decimal. We have to write it as money. So the dollar sign. And if we are doing a word problem, we would write $0, and that's the decimal, 37 hundredths, or 37 cents. Sorry about that. X that out, cents. Catch me on it. If I was in the room, you'd all be yelling at me. All right, let's go on to the next thing. I got to grab up my cards so that they don't fall on the floor. And we'll move it up to do our area and perimeter. So here we go. Area and perimeter. So remember, we're using our factor pairs at the top, and the only factor pairs we have is a 1 by 37 or a 37 by 1. So we're going to write 37 by 1, and that area would equal 37 times 1 equals 37 square feet. Or square units. We don't know if we're using feet. All right, so 1, 2 is two-dimensional. So area is two-dimensional. It's width times length. And then we're going to do our perimeter of this one. So it's 37 plus 1 plus 37 plus 1. So we're just going along the edge. And that would equal 74, because we know 2 37s is 74, 75, 76. 76 units. And it's just units. It's not square. It's not cubed. It's just the linear length. All right, we can change this up to stand it up, a 1 by 37. So we're writing that out. The area of this one would be 1 times 37, which equals 37 square units. And the perimeter of that one would be a 1 plus 37. We can just take that from here, but add it. Plus 1 plus 37 equals, and really it's all the same number. So we know it's the same 76 units. And guess what? We're done with area and perimeter because that's all we got for the number 37. Let's go on to volume. We're going to use the same ones, but this time we're going to give them depth because it's width times depth times height. So let's draw our laying down one, and we're going to give it some depth here. So now we have 37 by 1 deep by 1 tall. So our volume, if we have 37 cubes, would be 37 times 1 equals 37. And this time, since it's cubes, it's three-dimensional, 1, 2, 3, it is cubic units. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to stand it up this time. So right here, standing it up. So now it's a 1 by 1 by 37. So that would be 1 by 1 by 37 equals 37 cubic units. All right, let's do the last one, because remember, this one we can have three ways. So we're gonna make it the front, and then we're gonna draw it 37D. So this is a 1 by 37D by 1 tall. So width by depth by height. 1 by 37 by 1 equals, well, 1 times 37 is 37. 1 times 37 is 37. And folks, that's it for the number 37. Our prime numbers go pretty good darn fast because there's not much you can do with them because they're prime. Thank you for joining me. I will see you the next time we meet. Have a great day.